Okay, this is part 7 of me cleaning and rebuilding my Yokomo bmax-2. But it's a buggy. Okay, so now everything's cleaned, as you've seen from the last video. Now I'm going to be rebuilding it from the guide itself. This is explained really nicely. I mean, you can see this online as well, but I have the paper version, so I'm going to be using this. And I guess I'll just start right now. Let's just start right away. Now, I'm going to be going off of what this is saying exactly. So, and some of these pieces are already pre-put together from seeing on here. Okay, so what you want to do is start by putting these together. You want to put the bearings in on each side, and you want the screws with the little black shim piece right here to be on that side. You don't want it to be where the screw head is, you want it to be on the opposite side. So take your 2 screws and put them in, and make sure that they're on those sides. Okay, so after you have this built and the arms put together, this is not on yet, so I'm going to take that off. Okay, so after these are built, what you want to do is take your head piece and screw these 2 pieces on using 2mm, or in other words 5/64. Now with the other trick of this is, you want to make sure this steering link falls on its own weight. Because if it doesn't, that means there's something that's a bit too tight or something like that. And do the other side. Now, this should just fall on its own weight. If it doesn't, it means something's just a little bit too tight. Either that or it just wasn't quite cleaned right. See, it should just fall on its own weight. Okay. Now that that's done, next thing is take the chassis, and you want to attach the top piece to the bottom piece using these 3 screws with the nuts on them. You don't want to lose the nuts. All 3 of these nuts and everything are the same, so it doesn't matter where you put them. Unless you if you want to keep everything specifically where it is, it's not an issue. Just all three of these screws are the same, so it didn't really matter to me. Okay, that one's in. No, gotta do the other 2. And make sure it's put in right, or else it's gonna go the wrong direction. Okay, so now if you can't quite get it in from upside down, you're gonna have to use your hands and hold the nut in. And then screw it in. And then once you feel that the nut's in it, then the screws in the nut, and just twist it without holding it. Now let's do the last one. Trying to do this a bit quick so I can fit in as much as possible into this video. Come on. Now it doesn't always go in first time, so I'm gonna have to adjust it to where it needs to be. And then that's put in all the way. Now I have the string linkage and that. Next thing is this. Now, there should be 2 nuts in both of these holes, which there is in my case. I don't know about you guys, but with mine, there is. Have it on this end, and have 1 shim on each one. And then, and having it facing this direction with this inside is the front. Like that. Now, next thing you need to do, you need to take, where is it? This piece, and put it on. Also, make sure, that's pushed in. Make sure all 4 of these screws are pushed in. I have one done, so it just didn't fall off. But you have to do all 4 of them. I was also able to get that that stripped screw out, so that won't be an issue again. Just gotta get these in. Alright, you should have all 4 of them in all the way. And now, those screws should still be in there. And now you place this on top of here. And those should line up with that. And if they do, that's great. If they don't, there's probably an issue where you put it together wrong. And then you just screw these down all the way. Now, yes, it may come off like that, but that's how it is. You might have to hold it. Alright, should be getting the second one in. Okay, now that those are in, next thing you want to do, these 4 screws under here, with these. You want to put this in facing this direction, where the outer holes are. The 2 things should be inner. And then you want to put these 2 screws in. I'm using the standard suspension mount that will have an S on it. Okay, that should be on. And now, next thing to do is... Okay, so now that's done. Flip it over and go to the back. Next thing, because I'll be doing the midship motor setup like I already have done. I'm not doing rear motor, okay? This is midship. But that's what I'm going to be doing next video. Because now that I have everything done, I got the front assembled, now I have to get the rear done and some of the other stuff. I will see you all next video.